Good day everyone. In this video, I am going to deliver my answers in the week 3 and overview on multigrade. Now let's get to the first part, which is the preliminary questions. Number 1, what do you think the term multigrade means? For me, the term multigrade refers to a classroom setting where there are more than one different grade levels which handled by a single teacher in the same classroom. Number 2, what term is used in your area? The term used in my area with regards to the term multigrade is sagol or ipon, which technically means combined or mixed. And now, the next part is the self-assessment one. Number 1, do any of these examples sound familiar? Yes, it does sound familiar to me because as far as I can remember, when I was in elementary grade, my brother and I went to different elementary schools. And he told me about his experiences that in the class he enrolled, his classmates are in different grade level than him. Some are in lower grades and some are in the higher grade level. Number 2, have you had experiences similar to those in the example and story above? Did you attend multigrade classes? Did you like the experience? Fortunately, I did not experience attending multigrade class, though I wanted to have an experience in order to better understand the environment of a multigrade class. Number 3, what other thoughts do you have about the stories? Would you want your children to attend a multigrade class? If they did attend such a class, how would you help them to learn better in this environment? So based on the stories presented above, I think that there might be some perception about multigrade class that is negatively constructed, but I think that somehow it is an interesting and fun of having this kind of classroom setting, as you will be able to engage with other students from different grade level, which I think is advantageous for the students to have an advanced understanding on their lessons. Number 4, what advice would you give to teachers to help your son or daughter learn more effectively? So the advice that I could give to the teachers to help my son or daughter to learn more effectively is to be adaptable, flexible, and resourceful when it comes to facilitating the students' learning. The teacher should provide differentiated instruction based on the student's preferred or learning style in order to have a better and effective learnings. Now let's hop on to the first practice part. So I will be presenting a table. As you can see, it consists of different characteristics of monograde and multigrades. The first two are already done. So let's proceed to the relationships. So in monograde, students have typical relationship with other students as they are within the same grades and seem to be more similar in terms of age and ability, so they get well along. In multigrade, they have a friendly environment for pupils and fostering respect where younger pupils look up those people who are older than them. The older pupils will tend to have a sense of responsibility to take care of those younger ones, and in this sense, there is rarely any kind of bullying. Next one is tutoring. So in monograde classes, peer tutoring will tend to be likely effective as the students are at with the same phase of learning a particular lesson or topic. It will be easy for them to teach one another or sharing of ideas. In multigrade, tutoring in multigrade class will likely be a bit challenging as the students in this classroom setting are in different grade level abilities, learning style, understanding, or learning with different level of difficulty on their topic or lesson. Now let's proceed to the teacher training. So in monograde, teacher training experiences in this type of classroom setting may include easy access of transportation, sufficient resources for teaching and learning, and dealing students with the same age level, grade level, and at the same phase of level in learning particular lesson or topic. While in multigrade, in this type of classroom setting, teacher in training will more likely experience different extrinsic challenges such as distance, lack of resources, danger going to school, workload, and students' absenteeism. Now, the next one is the number. So in monograde, the number of students in this classroom setting is more likely 35 students per classroom. That meets the required number of students in a standard class. While in multigrade, the number of students is roughly around 12 students and in a minimum of 6 students in one classroom. These students are at different grade level and ages. Now let's proceed to the curriculums. So in monograde, the curriculum is done uniformly for all students in one classroom, while in multigrade, curriculum is planned and organized on a yearly basis for each grade group separately. Now let's proceed to the remuneration. In monograde, in addition to their base salary, public school teachers are entitled to additional benefits and allowances such as performance-based bonus, clothing allowance, mid-year bonus, PVP summer and Christmas break, chalk allowance or teaching supplies allowance, debted anniversary bonus or teacher's day incentive, year-end bonus, cash gift, and etc. While multi-grade, teachers who have met the qualifications of availment to the Special Hardship Allowance in accordance with DEX Order No. 73, 1996 shall be paid under said order, while those who are not qualified shall be paid the Special Hardship Allowance for handling multi-grade classes at a fixed monthly rate stipulated below. A multi-grade teacher is entitled to one scheme only. Multigrade teachers handling classes of 2 grades will receive 150 pesos. Multigrade teachers handling classes of 3 grades will receive 200 pesos. Multigrade teachers handling classes of 4 or more grades will receive 300 pesos. Now let's proceed to the skills. So in monograde, skills needed in order to teach effectively in monograde class includes skills in communication, listening, collaboration, adaptability, empathy, and patience. In multigrade, some qualities or skills a teacher must possess when teaching multigrade classes are the following, which are the culturally responsive teaching, culturally sensitive classroom management and motivation, effective communicators, develop positive relationships with students, parents, and families, awareness of social-cultural differences, and etc. Now, the last one is the resources. So, in monograde class, it can be expected that both teacher and students are privileged enough to have sufficient teaching and learning essentials or resources such as textbooks, ICT tools like computers, projectors, televisions, and etc. While in multigrade, teaching multigrade class is quite challenging due to its location that affects sufficient resources. Multigrade teachers may suffer from lack of resources for teaching as well as for students' learning. And now let's move on to the second practice, which consists of classroom observation, reflection, and the unit test. The first one is the observation. So here is the observation form. So the first issue is the classroom organization. As what I have observed, the teacher's table is located in the left side of the chalkboard. Pupils' desks are arranged in 3 columns with 3 to 4 rows. Second issue is the number of children and age range. So the teacher has 13 pupils and their age range is 9 to 10. Third is the methods used by the teacher. So the teacher's teaching methodology used most of the time is teacher-centered instruction and a small group instruction. Fourth is types of activities performed by the students. So in order to foster engaging classroom environment, the teacher encouraged learners to participate during the discussion through a game. Sometimes she also employed peer tutoring and providing differentiated tasks for learners. Fifth is support provided by the teacher, the learners, and the community. So in order to meet the students' individual needs, the teacher provided numerous instruction such as worksheets, role play, pantomime, and sharing of ideas. The students, on the other hand, will also do their part in participating in these provided instructions. Now the last one is challenges. Since the teacher is still new to the system, she experienced doubting herself and asking if she can manage or how to manage such classroom setting. According to her, that perhaps the most challenging were the making and preparing of instructional materials and preparing oneself for the lesson to deliver. Moreover, she is also struggling to handle the students, particularly when she began to have a discussion with the grade 3 pupils while the grade 4 learners are doing their worksheets or activities. The group 4 pupils will stop doing their task at hand and listen to the discussion for grade 3 pupils and vice versa. And now let's move on to the reflection part. The question is, think about the information and skills you have acquired in this unit. Consider how would you apply what you have learned in your teaching situation. The information and skills that I have acquired in this unit such as the background of implementing multi-grade class, the skills needed for teacher to possess in order to teach effectively, like being flexible, resourceful, adaptable, innovative, and etc., are all contributing to my advancement of knowing what lies ahead. Thus, if I will be in the field, I will definitely apply this information and skills I have acquired in order to be an effective teacher who is molding and transferring the lives of the young ones. And finally, the unit test, the last one. Number one, explain the concept of multigrade teaching. So the concept of multi-grade teaching is comprises of delivering instructions to pupils from different grade level that are combined together in one classroom and are under the supervision of only one teacher. Number two, compare multigrade teaching and monograde teaching. Multigrade teaching refers to delivering of instructions to the pupils who are in different grade level and ages but are in the same classroom and managed by a single teacher. On the other hand, the monograde teaching, the teacher teaches only one grade. The learners in each grade are usually of the same age but may differ in abilities. Number three, describe your personal views on multigrade teaching. So based on my perception of multigrade teaching, I think that it is really a huge and difficult job for a teacher to do as it requires you to be always ready in overcoming difficulties and uncertainties along the way, such as access of transformation, diverse pupils in terms of grade level, age, abilities, learning style, and their attention span to focus, the process of preparing and making individualized instructional materials for each pupils, lack of teaching and learning resources, and etc. Yet, it is still a fulfilling job to do as a teacher, seeing that you have played a great part of the pupil's life as you are teaching and contributing to their knowledge and a personality as a whole.